All right, what is the rumpus? I am Stephen Fletcher Edzikowski. I'm coming at you from very humid and hot Japan. And I'm going to explain how to do the cards. We're going to talk about the cards here. All right. So first off, we have escort cards, which I showed you in the previous video. And these are your friendly escorts. We also have enemy fighter cards. These are the, well, it says enemy fighters on there. These are the German deck. And right now we have a Focke-Wulf 190s, and there's a BF 110, Messerschmitt 110 in here as well. Let's get that organized. So there's a bunch of cards in the deck. And what you'll see for the enemy cards, well, and the allied cards as well. Let's pop this guy up here too. You'll see that on the left-hand corner, it gives you the nationality and the aircraft type. And sometimes there's a little information here. I'll show you that later. On the right-hand corner, upper right-hand corner, we'll see our attack vector. And here you can see that this aircraft is coming in at 12 o'clock high. So there's 3 chevrons: high, level or middle, and low. And then there's 4 directions: 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Okay. Most of the escort cards are like this. They're blank. And then on the left, you'll see we have a rating number. The lower the rating number, the better. In this case, we see our Focke-Wulf has a rating of 3. This rating number is not only for aircraft, but for pilot skill. So, I don't think it's 100% correct to just play games based on aircraft stats, because those always don't mean anything. That's my opinion. I think it's fact. Pilots do make a big difference. So here we have a rating number. It's a general rating number, so it's not just about the aircraft. So don't poop in your pants if you you see some plane has a higher rating number than another plane that you think would theoretically win. This is not a historical simulation. It's a fun game. So if it irks you, I'm sorry, but you have to get over it. There are many historical games on the market that you can play that go deep into the mechanics of warfare. This is not one of those games. This is meant to be somewhat historical, but easy to play and fun. So these are the rating numbers. They will do things later on in combat, you'll see. But that's it. It's very simple. The aircraft, the escorts have damage locations that are blank, and those locations will get a red cube like that. That's how I mark that. And then there's critical locations. Here you'll see this engine is a critical hit. If you roll a 6, that's what triggers that. On the enemy aircraft, it's a little different. We're going to be matching our ammo dice. These dice here on the crew cards, when we roll them, let's say I roll a 5. Oh, look at that. Lucky me. This 5 matches that 5, and that's how we get that hit on the vertical stabilizer. I don't know where my vocabulary went. Okay, there we go. Those are the aircraft cards. Let's look at the engine hit cards. There's engine hit cards. When our engines get hit, we will be drawing these cards. These cards can be catastrophic. Depends on what's going on. We're going to be revealing them, and some of the cards are some of the cards are no incident. There's no issues found, and some will say engine incident on top. They'll usually have a reddish background, so you'll know what they are. And in this case, it'll tell you what has failed: supercharger failure in engine 1, and then there will be some thing to either do or resolve. So this gives us a reduced speed. So when flak attacks us, there's a plus flak damage. Okay, very simple. So these cards will remain face up so that we can remember to do these things. So what was I going to say? So here's a fuel pump leak. So we have to shut down and feather the prop, or we leave it running, and if we leave it running every turn, we have to roll for engine fire. So this is, you're going to be pushing your luck if you keep this engine going, but you might want to. If you don't leave it running, again, you have to shut it down and feather the prop. There are instructions here how to feather the prop on the board right under the engine compartment mechanical damage section. This is what the deck looked like. It's mixed up between incidences and no incidents. Okay, so there's all kinds of things that can happen to our engine during a mission. So that, I keep that up in the top left-hand corner. Let me try to move this so you can see. Keep this in the top left-hand corner of the play area. Usually I keep it like this. So I reveal the cards to the right of the deck. That's how I do it. All right. Hopefully that works. Okay, next. We've got base mission deck. Now, in our base mission deck, we have flak. And this is the older flak. Here's the newer flak. So we have flak attacks, and they're all basically the same. There's no real difference to these cards. So we have flak attacks. We have incidents. Some incidents happen. Here's an incident where oxygen flow. There's a problem. We have to resolve it. We have bonus abilities. These, well, they give us bonuses. These we can keep in our hand. Can only keep one in our hand. I'll explain that later. And then we have, where's the free clear skies? So this is nothing happens, nothing bad happens. Escorts are still able to battle, but you won't be attacked by any fighters that happen to be in the queue. So you get a little bit of, what's the word, rest, a little bit of respite there, and you can do things like reload, use your actions. And then there's other incidental cards, like there's these enemy control or enemy and friendly controlled area cards. You'll see there's an enemy, this is the enemy controlled card. Okay, and then there's enemy aircraft card. These get a -1 morale or stress when we draw these. So these will tell us when to draw these. That's what the mechanic is going on there. So these will be in your mission pile, in your mission deck, and let you know, hey, you need to draw an enemy aircraft card. An enemy has arrived in the area. There's a return to base for the escorts. Escorts get called back. These are action cards. I don't know why they're in there. And then there's other miscellaneous cards outside. Those are all the like base mission deck cards that we're going to put in to build our mission. We have landing and takeoff cards as well. And we have a altitude card. This is the old version. I have to print a new one. This is an altitude card, how high we're flying or what area we're flying. We also have, with kind of in this mission deck or connected to the mission deck, we also have an abort card. So if we want to, well, we want to abort the mission, we follow the instructions and we abort, and good luck with that. That's not always it's not always the easy way out like we want. There are also weather cards as well. We draw these in the beginning or at certain times during a mission. We'll draw a weather card and it will let us know the weather. You'll see these cards are a double or opposite. So this just lets us shuffle a small amount. We kind of double our amount of weather cards. So I shuffle the cards and then I choose whether I want to turn them or not. So let's say I turn this, I flip this, it's going to be sunny. Now, when it's sunny, and I don't know where my card is, I should have had that out here. So when it's sunny, we have a sun roll card. So we'll roll a sun card to tell us the direction of the sun. All right, I don't have the card in front of me. Okay. Last but not least, we have a bunch of, oh, here's the sun card. It was right here. I was looking right at it. So this is the sun roll card. So we'll get that sunny card. So before the mission, we'll roll This is the takeoff card, which we roll every time we take off. And then we have these action cards, which there are a lot. Bunch of action cards. They cost points, kind of hard to see in this lighting. I do think I need to make that a little better, a little easier to see. Different crews have different abilities. For example, the pilot has a landing and engine fire, extinguish, and a maneuver ability. So those abilities, so here's a maneuvering ability. So this, let me show you that. So this maneuvering ability will tie into the pilot. So we're going to be doing rolls if we want to use this action during a mission. So they cost points, and yeah, that's it. It's pretty simple. That's the, well, I think I kind of covered all the cards. I feel like I'm forgetting something though. I already went over the bomber cards. These are the larger versions. These are the bomber cards. On the back we'll have the squadron, and then on the flip side will be the, and this is not the correct artwork, but this was the bomber cards. And that's it. That's the card listing for the game. Well, let's kind of figure out how to start a mission and go through the play and see what it's like. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and have a great day. And let's move onward to the next video.